Oh, my first question. Okay, well, so which one? Okay. So my first question, okay, is about your feelings. So of course the review is something that you learned. So my first question for you is, what makes you happy? Let me share my screen if I need to write something in the word.
What makes me happy?
Yeah, what makes you happy?
Yes. When I have a good relationship with my family, or with others, a good relationship, that make me happy.
Yeah,
Or when also when I have a good work, good job, I'm happy. I have good health, make me happy too. Yeah. Many things make me happy.
yeah, of course. So there are lots of things that can make you happy. But here, do you remember that we learned some words, synonym, of course,
Yeah.
for happy, so you can
Uh,
use them. That's really important. You know, of course, when you use happy, that's definitely correct. So no worries. So just, I want to say that when we know different words, that's really good to use them. So for example, it's make, do you remember? So we learned some words like
yeah.
cheerful, like for
Make me
example,
on the
yeah.
moon.
Yeah, of course. So you can use them. But I know that at the moment, it's something like we'd prefer to use the word that it's actually the easiest one that we normally use, because this is something like our comfort zone. But if you can do something out of this comfort zone, that will be great. And this is the secret of speaking. Well, next question. So being with family, hanging out, being with family, and getting along well make you happy. Getting along, having good relationship, get along. Do you remember get on well or
Get
get along well? So you can use
along.
them. I'm only reviewing them, so no worries. You know them. Just well, the next one. Which country would you most like to visit?
What?
Okay, the next question. Which country would you like to visit? Maybe the most.
Yeah. Thank you for your question. I like to visit again America. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
And yeah, last time, last year, I had a chance to go to America, but I went around California only. Um, I don't have, I don't I didn't have enough time to go to other states. So I love to, uh, um, I love to have many times to go to America to explore your country.
yeah, of course, very good. So, uh, last year, you had a chance, you said I had a chance to visit, but you couldn't, of course, visit different states. So you would love or you would like to go and travel and visit another states. And so that was really good. Well, and who is the most important person in your life? Who is the most important person in your life?
Yeah, the most important in my life now, I think my husband.
Great. Yeah, that's really interesting answer. So yeah, because normally mom says my kids. That's a really interesting answer. Yeah, that's great. Wow. So your husband is your most important person in your life. So so your husband plays a very important role in your life. So we can paraphrase the questions. Yeah, of course, sometimes, okay, that's okay. This is my answer. I have one word to say my husband, and that's great. Now, how to change the question? Instead of saying my husband is the most important person in my life, that is the repetition of the question, you can say, of course, my husband plays a very important, significant,
Yes.
very important role in my life. That's great. Okay, and tell me about the last time that you saw a film in the cinema.
The last time I saw the film in the cinema um, is last month. Last month, I yeah, Vietnam. Um, there was a famous film. Um, it's it was about a mother, the story of a mother, and it's very popular in Vietnam. So, um, my husband, my son and me went to the cinema to sit together to
Yeah.
watch that film. Yeah.
And what genre was that?
Uh, the content, the genre,
Genre means type. What type? What kind of movie? Like, oh, I was typing. Genre. Genre means type of
uh,
movie. What type? For example, comedy,
mhm.
drama, for example, historical, science fiction, horror movie. So, which one?
It's about family
So it's drama. So we can say it was
drama,
drama, of course.
drama, drama
Yeah.
film genre.
Okay. And well, what could you do? Let's talk about your childhood. What could you do as a child that you can't do now?
Ah, yes. When I was child, I can I could play with many boys. Uh, I uh, I I went um I I played with them uh, and all day. Yeah, but now I cannot.
Or
I
so
used to, yeah, I used to
yeah,
play with
definitely
boys.
yes. Yeah,
Mm.
so let's use another structure. So used to is really good when I ask you about something that you did in the past, but now it's something like you normally you could and you regularly did in the past, but now you don't. So you can say I used to. I used to play with my maybe friends, with boys, especially on the street, but now of course I can't do it. So it's used to is a really good structure here.
Mhm.
So when someone asks you a question related to the past about your habits and something that you regularly did, but now you don't, you can use this. Well, okay, let me ask about your evening. What do you usually do in the evening? So, of course, normally we have some spare time, like spare time means free time.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course, we have some spare time, especially in the evening. So, of course. And then I want to know what you do when you have free time, spare time in your evening.
Mm, yes, from 6 o'clock, I prepare dinner for my family, and I finish on the test. I finish test around 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
6
it's
to
too
9.
late. 6 to 9.
Oh, 3 hours for cooking?
Cooking and have a dinner
Ah,
and wash um, washing machine wash.
yeah. So
After
the
dinner
dishes,
we wash all
what?
the things. After dinner I have to wash and clean all the kitchen.
So if you use a dishwasher and you want to say you
Dishwasher,
pick the
yes.
dishes, so you should say that you load
Yes,
the dishwasher. It means you put the dishes into the dishwasher in order to wash them. So you load,
I love the dishwasher.
yeah, you load the dishwasher.
Yeah, and clean the house. Uh, for the at the end of the day,
Yeah,
cleans everything. I think I finish all from 9 to 10 p.m. So then I have a free time at from 10 from
yeah,
9 and 10 p.m. It's too late.
yeah,
Yeah. After that, I have a bath. I
yeah.
I have a shower.
You take a shower, of course.
I take a shower and read a book and talk to my children about his homework,
Yeah, of
and then
course.
I usually go to bed at 11. I don't think I have much free time,
Ah,
spare time in the evening, but I should save the time to have more spare time.
yeah, of course, of course. So, of course, you're busy and you have lots of things to do every day, so there is no time. So there is no spare time, of course. Well, so just let me write something else before
Let
this.
me ask you,
Of
please.
course, of
Can
course,
you tell me about your evening?
of course,
Busy
yes.
or not?
Yeah, of course. I have, I'm at work. You know that I'm busy with my work, morning and evening. So normally, uh, after finishing my classes, yeah, of course, I have time to. I need to do something with my daughter because I need to spend time with her. So I try to do something like playing games or something before I put her to sleep. So we need to do something. And we normally play, sometimes watch an animation or something like this, of course. And of course, we don't spend uh, too much time for cooking because it's about maybe 30 minutes, okay? Just 30 minutes for cooking, and after that we have dinner and reading books for my daughter, so because she loves stories, so I need to read the story, and after that, yeah, I have a little time, just some reading, reviewing, and checking my schedule for tomorrow, and after that, just go to bed listening to podcast because I'm too tired to read, so that I can't open the book, so I'd rather listen to podcast, and after that, just this, like
Mm-hmm.
nothing else. Yeah. And this is my something like my schedule is a bit different, but because normally the time, for example, to me is different from the other people. For example, after specific time, that's actually I don't have anything to do. So I'd rather uh, not do my housework because there was actually I have a time like timetable or schedule to do housework, and after that, so normally I try to spend time with my, especially with my daughter, because she normally I don't know, plays by herself alone, you know, at a time that I'm having classes. So just this and nothing else.
Mm-hmm. You're
Yeah,
also busy.
yeah, of course. Yeah, so bit, but you know, busy, good, busy. It's really important, you know, uh, how you're busy. If you enjoy or no. So it's something like I think is good. You know, when you're tired, I don't know if you have the same feeling or no, but you know, when you're tired after a long day, you did lots of things, but you're happy because actually it was really, we can say that fruitful, we can say that useful. So we did lots of things, lots of important things. Okay, so that we are happy with this. Actually, maybe this the end of the day, we are really happy. Of course we are, despite being tired, of course we're exhausted because we did lots of things, but you know, I think it's a good feeling, you know, before sleeping, you know that you, it's something like you completed and you finish another chapter of your life. It's something like a story and you finished it, hopefully, and that was really good, and the end is really good, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's useful. We are women. Women. We are women. We are busy normally. Um, and as a mother, we are busy as others.
yeah, of course, of
And I think it's useful.
Yeah, of course. You know, being mom, I all the time say that being mom is the most difficult job in the world. You know, it's really
Yes,
difficult, you know,
I
it's
agree
really
with
difficult.
you.
First of all, you don't earn money by doing something. You know, you are mom and you have lots of responsibility. You need to take lots of responsibilities. You're responsible for your children. You are responsible for actually your house. You're responsible for everything that actually happens and occurs in your life. So it's something like, I think the most challenging maybe and the most difficult role that a person can play, or maybe a job, of course, without earning money, is being mom, you know, and the result is really important, you know, because no one checks your progress. Well, for example, when you go to work, normally, okay, I have an employer, boss, so that they want, actually, they can check my progress. Okay, and if I do something wrong, yeah, we can correct them together. When you are mom, you are employer, you are employee, you are boss, and of course you are employee at the same time. So there is no one to help you with correction. If you do something wrong, you are responsible for it. If your children do something wrong, you are responsible for it. So I think it's really difficult.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Definitely agree.
Well, just let me write this one before I forget. Load and unload, if you want to know. Okay, well, so let me ask another question. Okay. Uh,
Oh,
what?
excuse me.
Of
I
course.
don't have a dishwasher in my house. I don't
Ah,
have.
so you wash the dishes.
Yeah,
So I have,
but I will learn this word.
of
Upload,
course.
load the
Yeah,
dishwasher and unload
unload, of course.
dishwasher.
So yeah.
Yeah, because my kitchen has the technician said that my kitchen uh, cannot simply the
Ah,
dishwasher
it's not possible. Yeah, got it. So it's
is
not
not.
possible. So that you can have it. Yeah. Yeah, of course, it's something like maybe a technical system in your kitchen so that you can't have a
Oh,
dishwasher. Yeah.
maybe I will have it, but I will um, uh, I will put it in another
Of
place.
course. Yeah, of
Yes,
course, you need to
another
find
place.
another place to put it. Yeah, of course. But but it will be difficult for you because you need to actually take the dishes in another place, so it's difficult. Yeah, if you want to
Yeah,
put it another place, it's really difficult because every time you need to do something like you need to take the
yeah,
dishes to another room, so that it's hard. So it's
another
okay.
room.
Yeah. Well, okay. What do you do to get rid of stress? So what do you do to get what is this? Rid of stress?
Yeah, one of um, one of my action to do what I do when I get rid of stress
Yeah.
is um, stop thinking.
How to stop thinking?
I reminded myself that if I think too much, I will get much more stress.
Ah, of
Yeah.
course. So it's something
Um,
like how to, for example, do you listen to music or what you do?
yeah, I go to bed. Yes, I call to my friends or my mom or my
Yeah.
sister who I feel reliable.
Ah, so who you
I
are close to.
maybe yeah yeah what
You are close to,
close to yes yeah quite close to
and you
and
can.
maybe I don't tell my story my problem with them, but I just call them to ask what uh, what about um, I need to talk just need to talk to someone.
Of course. So it's something like you maybe because it's different. Uh if you confide in someone, you tell your story, you tell your secrets, you say
Yeah.
everything that it's something different. Or sometimes we only want to chit chat. Chit chat means small talk, like I don't know, different, I don't know, something
Chit
like
chat. Yeah.
daily and normal. Yeah, something like chit chat. So for example, we normally just chit chat about, I don't know, this and that, for example, this thing or that thing, like normal things. Okay, so chit
Mm.
chat is different from confiding. For example, so chit chat means small talk on, I don't know, something like this or that, like daily things. Okay, normal things, not really important. Okay, so this is chit chat. But confiding is to tell your secrets. If I have problems, so we normally ask our children to confide in moms, or for example us, it means tell their secrets, or for example problems, because actually we think that they can trust, for example your kids can trust you, so that they can confide in you, so if something happened to them. But normally we call friends or family to chit chat, like I don't know, talk about some not important, unimportant things. Well,
my my husband is the one I can confide in.
of course,
Yeah,
very good. Yeah, great.
everything I can tell him.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
That's
he always gave me very good advice.
that's
Yeah,
great. So you're
yeah,
really lucky, having the
yes.
person that you can trust, and for example, you can confide in, and you can get some good advice is really important. And I think the secret of a good marriage, maybe successful marriage, is to have a person, sometimes you can read each other minds. You know what he's thinking about, and of course, he knows what you're thinking about. So it's something you understand each other. That's really important. So you're lucky because of it.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Well, let me ask about music. So do you often listen to music?
Uh, when was young, I listened very often.
You are young.
Listen to music. Yeah, but now, when I was a child, when I studied at university, I listened music. I listened to music very often.
Yeah.
But
No.
when I get married, and especially when I mature,
Yeah.
yeah, um, I lost uh, my good um, habit
Yeah.
of listening to
You
music.
change your mind.
I
No,
lost my
great.
habit.
Yeah. So it's something like, yeah. So do you listen to music while doing your household chores?
Yes, I listen to podcasts instead of listen to music now.
Hey, very good, very good. Okay, well,
Uh, that's make me more stressful.
yeah, of course,
Yeah,
of course. Well, so of course, podcasts, especially, depends, depending on the,
yeah.
topic of podcast, of course, is really good because I do it. Well, so just, you said that you lost your habit. That was a really good one. So you know that you can say you break a habit or you lose a habit. So when you
Yes,
lose a habit, okay, it means to give up something that you have done for a long time. So you can say, I lose my habit. It means I give up. So you can say,
I
for
lose my
example,
habit.
I gave up listening to music, so
Yeah,
give up something that you have done for a long time. So you can say, of course,
break,
I usually, yeah,
break. I break my
break.
habit.
Of course, you can say break. Yeah, another one. You can say break, of course. Well, of course, it's really hard to break a habit, to lose a habit. So it's really hard. To break is harder than to lose because, it's
Yeah,
something like when you lose a habit, maybe you didn't think about it. It's something that you meant to do it. But when you break a habit, you want to do it. For example, I don't know, I need to change my mind. I need to make some changes. So I break my habits. Well, and so you can say, I usually listen to podcast while doing my household chores. So this one is good one.
household, household, household.
So, yeah, of
Oh,
course. Yeah, everything that you do at home. But sometimes, for example, I avoid listening to music, for example, while studying or working because or since I get distracted by it. So sometimes we get distracted by something. It means it draws our attention. It gets our attention. For example, I'm studying. So if I listen to music at the same time when studying, of course, I get distracted. It means I can't focus on something that I'm doing. So we avoid. you can say. For example, we avoid listening to music when studying. So because maybe we get distracted by it. Well, and tell me about the city that you live. So have you ever changed, the city that you used to live, or no? So you changed.
Uh, you asked me that
Yeah.
I will
Have
change.
you ever changed? Have you ever changed cities? For example, I used to live in another city and after that I moved to another city. So have you ever changed cities?
Oh, I am. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I uh, I live in many cities.
Yeah.
I have lived in many cities in my life.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's interesting. And why? That's really interesting because your parents had transferable jobs.
yes. When I
Yeah,
have a job after graduating, I left my hometown to another city to work. Then, um, when my directors of the company
yeah,
um, opened the representative office in Ho Chi Minh City, he
yeah,
sent me from the city to Ho Chi Minh City. That's
yeah.
the second city. The third one is Hanoi. The
Ah,
third city is Hanoi. When I get married, when I
you
get
got
married,
married. You
I
got
got
married.
married. Yes, I got married. I
Yeah.
um followed my husband to Hanoi to work there
Ah,
and have a baby there and gave birth in Hanoi. Uh, After living there for 12 years, we moved to Ho Chi Minh City again. Um,
ah,
yeah, because
that's
of uh, my job, because the company will send to my husband to Ho Chi Minh City to work.
of
So we have
course.
to move on the family to.
Of course. So your husband had a transferable, so
uh,
transferable, yeah, transferable job. So when we have a transferable job, actually we move maybe to another city or to another, for example, from not this city to another city or from this department to another department. It's something like because it's something like movement of employee and normally happens. So sometimes parents, for example, my dad had a transferable job, so we needed to move to another cities. Well,
Is
and
that
now, yeah.
one of the interesting thing is I and my husband just work for one company from the past
Yeah,
to
of course.
this
So it's
time.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
of course. So for example, you work uh in a company
We
and after that
yeah
they
we
decided to move it to another place. Okay, so we have another, for example, branch or we have another, for example, department so that you need to move to
yeah.
another city. Yeah, or another part, of course. Well, okay. Let me ask another question about email, maybe traditional methods of communication and modern. So, do you prefer to email, phone, or text your friends? So, which one? First of all, let me get my answer for this question. So, do you prefer to email, phone, or text your friends?
uh Now usually chat to my friends.
Yeah.
Text, yes, I send them messages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if they have a free time and they want to talk, I will phone them. I will call
Yeah.
them. Video call or traditional call.
Yeah. And do you normally speak to your friends at a stretch for a long time when you call them, or no, just a short conversation?
Mm, yeah. Um, Firstly, is I test and ask them some questions, very small talk. Yeah. If we need to talk more, we will call.
Yeah, call
And I
and
call and test, speak,
stick,
speak at strength,
stretch.
stretch,
Stretch,
speak
like
at a
long time
stretch.
stretch. You know the meaning of stretch? So it's something where, yeah, speak at a stretch. Like, for example, normally we say speak to them. For example, I talk to my friends or I speak to my friends at stretch when I call. So, but
That's
when you
mean a long
text,
time.
of
We
course,
take a long
stretch.
time.
Yeah, of
Stretch.
course.
Maybe
Of
an hour or more and more than 30
something,
minutes. No?
like, of course. Yeah, so normally when we call, something like this happens because if you text someone, that's something like, okay, just text and just you get your answer. But when you talk without stopping, at one time without stopping, so it's stretch, add a stretch. It can be for hours, it can be for
That
one
is
hour.
stretch.
So yeah,
Yes.
example, and not only for talking, you can use it, for example, for reading. I can say, I can sit and read for hours at a stretch. It means for a long time without stopping. So I can sit and read for hours at a stretch. So it means without stopping for hours.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the next one, um, okay. Is there a musical instrument that you would like to learn to play?
Instrument learn to
Yeah, is there a musical instrument that you would like to learn to play?
yes, yes it is. Um I am learning to play piano. Yes, I can play it a little bit.
Yeah,
I
of
can
course.
play a little bit when I was a child, but now I keep on studying, learning, and practice when I have spare time.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, yeah. Mm.
So you can consider it as an amateur player, amateur. So it means not professional. For example, I am an amateur, in playing the piano because, actually I'm not professional. So just,
Uh, but it takes maybe many years. It will take me 2 or 3 years to learn.
of course.
Mm.
Yeah, of course, because it's challenging. I think it's difficult and challenging. So, but it's interesting at the same time to learn some, I don't know, uh, tough instruments, like hard to play. So I like it, especially, for example, violin. I think it's the most difficult instrument. That's really difficult. And for example,
Oh, yeah.
when you're amateur, you are not good at playing the guitar or the piano. It's okay. It's something like, yeah, we can make some, I don't know, sounds that, but violin, if you can't, sometimes. we have a neighbor, and sometimes actually they play something like practice, and
Yeah.
I can say, wow, that's really, I'm sorry to say that, but it's really awful when you don't know how to play violin and you try to, I don't know what's the sound, but I don't like it. Something like it's really irritating, but I
Yeah.
like to learn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how about you? What kind of instrument you want to learn?
I'm a beginner, but as I told you, I can play a bit the piano. So just I like it. And if I have a chance, of course, I would like to learn the piano. That's really great. But if I have time, maybe in the
You
future, I will
yeah,
learn
you have a
maybe.
teacher at home. You
Of
have
course I
already
have.
have a teacher at
Of course I
home.
have a teacher, but I can't use my teacher, It's not good. Yeah. Well,
People say that the scientists say when we are get older, yeah, we should learn another language or learn how to use an instrument,
of
one
course.
kind of instrument
Yeah,
to keep us younger, to keep my memory.
of course.
Um,
Yeah, of
to,
course.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I
to
so
improve.
I need to. I I think
Yeah,
I should study English in
of course.
instrument.
Of course, you're right, maybe I think I do agree with you. So especially in order to improve our memory, so we need to learn maybe a second language, or for example, maybe an instrument, something, okay? Just in order to use our memory. So of course, when you learn a new language, of course, you use most of your brain and your memory in order to save and memorize. So that's really important. So I do agree with you. But at the same time, I think it's a bit hard. When you start learning something uh, when you are so young, especially childhood, especially, for example, when you are 4 or 5, you start learning, you learn it really quickly. But
Yeah,
when we get older, step
yeah,
by step, something like maybe the ability of learning decreases, and we can't learn as easy as we used to learn in the past. But I think that's really important, maybe. And if I want to choose another language, maybe to learn French, maybe.
French.
Yeah, when they
Yes.
talk, it sounds like poem, like, I don't know, it's interesting to me. Yeah, it's hard, but it's interesting. Once, I traveled to Paris. It was really interesting. And I tried to say some words. And that's really interesting that the accent is really important there. And just, I tried to say correctly, but they said, no, no,
Mm.
this has another meaning. So, and I was like, I gave up. I can't learn this language. It's really hard, but I like it. It's beautiful. Well, okay. Tell me about actually an interesting place that you have been to recently. So describe an interesting place that you've been to recently.
Um, Recently, I went to Phú Yên. It's another city of Vietnam. It's a beach. It's a beach city. It's very clean city.
Ah,
It's clean and the food um, is delicious.
yeah.
Mm.
How about people?
People is
Yeah.
very friendly and helpful.
Yeah, of
They're
course.
easy to ask, easy to talk, and they always ready. They always ready to help us
Yeah,
as tourists, tourists. Yeah, they have the tourists people show. And I like the sea.
yeah, of
The,
course.
I like the sea. The sea in Phú clear, clean, and water is very
Pure
green, pure. Yeah, peaceful. I
landscape.
love to. I will um, compare. I would I would take my parents, my family, come
Yeah,
there again. Yeah.
of course. So that was really good. So you like the way that people actually behave when you are friendly, welcoming. So people, when you travel somewhere and you see people are friendly and welcoming, they're happy. Especially for tourists, for example, if you are a tourist, so they are welcoming to you. So just don't forget that you need to use preposition to, welcoming to you. So you can say that they show great hospitality. Hospitality means being friendly and welcoming to someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So normally the local people show tourists great hospitality, like, and of course, food and drink, entertainment. So the act of being friendly and welcoming to guests and visitors is called hospitality. Well, yeah,
People
no,
show greater hospitality,
of course, show
hospitality,
hospitality, of
hospitality,
course. Yeah,
hospitality,
yeah,
hospitality, hospitality.
of course. Well, and is there anyone that you really like or admire? It can be a famous, well-known person. So, is there anyone that you really like or admire?
Yes. Um, Ho Chi Minh, Ho Chi Minh president is one of the well-known leader uh, in the world. Yeah,
Okay.
he is the president, the first president of Vietnam.
Ah, of
No,
course.
not the first, but he's one of the presidents. We love him very much, and he helped Vietnam to have independence, to
Yeah,
have independence, freedom, and happiness for Vietnam
of course. So
people,
maybe,
Vietnamese people.
yeah, he
Mhm.
is one of the world's most hardworking and powerful leaders. Ah, one of the most powerful or hardworking and leaders, and you admire.
Yeah, I admire. And I heard that um, many leaders from other countries also admire him so much.
Of course. So I
Yeah,
need
his
to,
talent,
yeah, I
his
need to
talent.
search. I need to search
Yeah,
about him. I need to know because I heard, but of course I have no idea about his character and who was. I know that he was really important leader and maybe brave, and but I don't know a lot, so it's not bad to research. So I think maybe I can research and find some information about him.
But there are a lot of story that many people protest him, don't like him, doesn't they don't like him.
Ah,
Some of maybe more than party, but there are another party
ah,
against.
so it's
Yeah,
normal. Yeah,
mm,
especially when it comes to politics and
yeah,
politicians. Of
politics.
course, it's normal. Maybe different sides, parties, some people like, some people don't like. So it's really normal. But when you know someone, what did this person do, and maybe what was actually how affect the world, the country. And so of course you can decide whether you like or don't like. But what I heard, because I think, he is one of the most important leaders in Vietnam, because, I heard about him a lot. So it's not bad to know, of course.
Yeah, it's like Donald Trump. Huh? Donald Trump, Biden,
Ah,
they have
which one? You're talking about which one? Okay, Biden or Trump? No, no, really? Not really? It was like, Trump? Really? No way. No one look like this guy. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that, but I don't know. Donald Trump is really.
you don't like you don't like him, you don't
I say that. Yeah.
vote him.
I all the time say that. I all the time. He has a brilliant mind and brain about business economy. Yeah, of course. But I don't know. It's weird. He's a bit president. No, but I'm sorry, but it's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what will happen about Biden. He's really good guy, good person, but I think, sometimes you are too old to be a president. So please stay home and leave this position for younger people. So,
But you know that as interesting thing in Vietnam, like in Vietnam, people like Donald Trump then much more than Biden.
of course,
Vietnamese people,
because at least, yeah, as I told you, personally, I think, about character, personality. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Admirable person, very good, and something like, but about being leader, how to control, especially, United States. And, uh, let me say something. We were not happy with Trump. And, we used to, I don't know, something like talk about him all the time. And we used to believe that no, he was not really a good leader and good president for the US. But after that, now when we compare, we say, okay, please go and sit and rest, Mr. Biden, and let country breathe. Something like, yeah, Donald Trump was better, maybe. Not better. It's different. I don't like him.
maybe there
Uh,
are someone better than them.
of
Biden
course.
and Trump
Course.
will, yeah, in the next period.
Yeah, of course. We need to actually different characters, different qualities that we need to assess when talking about president and when actually evaluation of president. But here, so age is important, how to lead, how to make decisions, and knowledge and about everything, information. But specifically, yeah, in some fields, in some cases, Donald Trump was really good, but some cases, but about Biden, totally, he's not really good for being president, I think. Yeah, this is it. Maybe in the future we will have better one. Yeah, who knows?
Mhm.
Well,
Okay,
okay, so
the
time
time go
so
fly.
yeah,
The time flies
of
quickly.
course, of course. I really don't. Yeah, sometimes I don't think about time and I don't really interested in when it's finished, you know, it's something like just finished again. So
Okay.
we need to go,
See
time to
you
go.
tomorrow.
But it was really good time with you again. I really enjoyed talking to you and thank you. Uh,
See you
see you tomorrow.
tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.